Innovative content. Global audience.
Nigerians, good afternoon. It's another beautiful Saturday here in the Federal Capital Territory of Abuja, and we're reaching you live from our SRO TV studio. Of course, this is the romance and relationship. And today on the program, I have with me Mary. We have how are you, Mary, today?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Good
You look
afternoon.
so beautiful today.
And you too. Look all red. This red. The girl in red. I see you. Anyways, my name is Princess Kessy, and you're welcome to the show, Romance and Relationship. And today we'll be discussing cohabitation. When you hear the word cohabitation, what comes to your mind? Of course, we do know the meaning, but now we're going to look at it from in the relationship angle. Why do people cohabit in relationships? Is it healthy? Is it something you can do or something you cannot do? Of course, you can always be part of this show. Call us in on 08038164179. Mary, let me start by saying that has been your week so far?
My week has been beautiful. It has been cool. I would say this Naira stuff has not stopped though, because I'm still finding it difficult to come to the office. It's not easy. Like,
I understand it's not just you, because a lot of persons are complaining. We also saw some of the headlines yesterday that says that the CBN governor said the banks are going to be operating even Saturday and Sundays,
yeah, I said,
just to ease off the stress for a lot of people. But as we can see, people are still complaining.
yes.
We don't have enough cash. Practically, my neighbors, they've all turned my house to bank.
Wow.
They either come early in the morning or late at night. Whether or not I am willing to respond, they keep banging at your door just to get as low as 500, 1,000. And it's really something that I'm praying that it will be a thing of the past.
The thing is, that didn't even manage so that you have cash. Like,
It's because, maybe because I gave cash to one guy one day, one of my neighbors.
okay.
So I promised him that he wanted to send me money, and I said, don't send. Let me see if I can get more cash in the evening, and I'll just give you so you send everything. Of course, I went to my source and I got more cash. I gave to the guy, and the guy in question went and told everybody.
Broadcast. Okay, but
That
that's the good news. Now
She's having so much cash, you can go and meet her, and she will just sort you out and all that. You know, human being now.
Yes.
They are like Oliver Twist. They will always come and ask for more. And then they've been coming. And even this morning, I'm like, guys, I don't have any more cash left
to give out.
Yes, to give. Of course, I have cash. Like the last time I went to my source, he said there is no new naira, no, just old currencies. Of course, and I told him that, but do we have choice? Now we're using the two. So anyone you
I
have
think
is
so.
fine.
When they started at first, that people want to start rejecting the old naira. So I was like, but the
How will you
ATM,
reject it when you don't when you're not
Yes.
even seeing the
and
new
that is what
one?
the ATM is dispensing, the old naira notes. That's what you get.
But if you are getting money from there, then why are you complaining? You don't go to the ATM.
Have you seen the queue? The queue is more. It's not something I can even talk about, especially when you need to come to the office. So what will you do? Like the queue in that, especially this GT bank, the queue is just too much. Not even all the banks are paying.
That's right. That's true. Anyway, we just really do hope that the banks, the CBN, they will keep improving on this so that this hardship will soon be a thing of the past.
Honestly.
You're welcome to the show today on Romance and Relationship. We're discussing cohabitation in relationship. Why do people cohabit? Mary, when you hear that word cohabitation in relationship, what comes to your mind?
I think it's the state of people living together and having a sexual intercourse before marriage or without being married. That's what I think about cohabitation. Talking about people, let me be specific. A male and a female living together in a house. You understand? Not like they paid any small thing or they're not paying.
So
Sorry.
you are living with the person for free.
Yes. Because some people be like, they paid, they have paid, like, one of my
done
friends called me.
introduction.
Yeah, she was like, maybe what's up? I will invite you for my wedding. And my husband paid. She's even calling him husband. He has already paid a small thing. I went to see my mom. Although it's been like 2 years now, and
Yeah,
he's not
still
done
there.
the main marriages, and I think these are second child.
And I think also, why do you think, just before I come in, why do you think people cohabitate in relationships?
Everybody have their own different reason. You understand? Some people be like, I think some people they want to get to know each other more. because people feel like when we are maybe 2 miles apart or when we are not seen every day, we don't get to study each other. They feel like I want to know this person finish. That is what is bringing that cohabitation. Sometimes I think it's insecurity. Be like, if I leave this person next minute, another person will come and snatch him or her away. So they feel like let's just be together without. And to me, I feel if you start the cohabiting stuff, you will not have that urge or that zeal to go do the needful again. Be like, since you're comfortable. Sometimes it's because of insecurity, sometimes it's because they want to build themselves before marriage. That is why they do it.
And a lot of people also feel like, like you said, we already know that cohabitation in relationship is when two opposite sex come together, live together as though they are married, do the things that couples do. And me,
You go buy property in the house.
I think if you ask me, oh, now what's your take? Is this something you can do? Let me ask you before I go further.
Um, I'll be specific and sincere. It's not something I can do. I don't like it. If I wanted to do such, it was when I was still in school because it was like a normal thing for
In school,
the
of
girls
course,
and
we had
boys.
those experiences in school where a lot of people just, even their parents will not know that they actually married in school, and they
Yes.
come back home during holiday as children.
Some of their parents know they are dating, but they don't know they are living together. It was in school I noticed that somebody is still like 16 years old, not even up to 18, living with a man. And they feel like it's a normal thing. You don't want a girl to come between you both. And maybe the guy does not want a guy to come between them both. So they feel it's the best way. So I don't think I can actually cohabit because it's not the best thing to do. You understand? I don't think that is even one of the reasons why a guy will marry because you're living with him. What if he gets tired someday?
And so let me give you this little story. Like 2 days ago, I saw somebody I carried. So we're just gisting on my way from work. I saw her, carried her. So we started gisting, one thing led to another. And she told me that. So I told her that there are things that women do that I cannot do. I think something actually brought about that discussion. There are some things that women do that I cannot do. In as much as every woman wants to be married, and
Yes.
then you want to pretend, because of course, sorry to say ladies, but we pretend a lot. Women can pretend for Africa. And then because you want to pretend to be good and you want to pretend that, oh, I'm a wife material, you keep doing things you should not do. So I was telling her that there are some things I cannot do. Any man that wants to marry me will marry me.
It's not pride.
It doesn't mean that
It's not
when we're
pride.
married, I will not do these things. But the
Yes.
fact that we are not married, I cannot be doing things that couples do with you all the time. And then, okay, what will be the fun if we eventually get married? You would have succeeded in doing all the whole things married people are doing, and then when you come into it at the end of the day, you have nothing to offer, and then two of you will not turn siblings.
Honestly.
I really don't want to get to that point in relationship. So I was telling her, and she told me that yes, that do you know what she was dating? She's been married for like 5 or 6 years now. That when she was dating her husband, that do I know that she has never cooked for the man? She never did. That she did not go to the man's house to clean, but she used to visit the man. That funny enough, before she would get there, the man would have succeeded in cleaning, cooking, come and taste my cooking for you to know that I'm a good cook and all that. And she told the man that, guy, I don't do this thing so because I really don't want to stress myself for somebody and at the end of the day.
It will not work out.
So that is how they lived. Eventually they got married. And now she's the one doing these things. And it's fun. So my point is, before we go further, I think me myself, I'm speaking as me, Princess Kessy, I can't do that. I feel like it's not healthy if you ask me. People should not see you in full. Like they should not see everything about you. Because even if you stay with them and they eventually get married to you, and tomorrow these people can still pretend, these
Yes.
people can still pretend that they are living with you even for 1 year. And when you eventually get married, you will not see their true colors. So I don't think it's even healthy. Maybe for people, like you said, you pointed at people with trust issues.
Yes. Insecurity.
When you have trust issue, you now feel that, oh, if I can't stay too far from this person. People that want to cheat will cheat on you. That is what I just think.
Yes.
People that want to cheat will still go far from you and do it and come back home as if though they have been working since morning.
No
or
traces of it. So you will never know.
I met a man that once told me that the wife is just too rational. If normal. Then everybody in my street, if we greet the man, it's problem. So we know how the wife used to behave. So we don't greet the man. We just pass. If you see him coming every day as a babe, you just turn your face. You don't want problem. And because of that reason, do you know the man told me one day. Eventually, I was in a committee in this one in church, and the man we sat together. The man told me that, do I know that the wife is a very foolish person, that he can go fly out of the town, go to another city with the girl, cheat, and still fly back the same day. And he will tell the woman, I have a business conference somewhere. And when he even return, the woman will still say, you're welcome, or how was it? Come and eat and all that. That women think they are smart. That so learn to trust your husband. Anyway, that's a story or topic for another day. But I feel like cohabiting is not what I can do for any reason. First and foremost, I think it's not healthy. I think I really do not want to live with a man at this my age, and then at the end of the day, we are not married, and then of course, what are we supposed to be doing together? I don't understand. Somebody that you're not married to, so you live day in day out.
Yes.
You cook. No, okay. Let's even forget the chores.
The chores, yeah.
Then let's talk about having sex all the time with somebody you are not married to, and you're not even sure that at the end of the day
Yes.
it will lead to marriage. I just really think that, as for me, I don't know, like I'm asking viewers, if you think you can do it, then fine. You can always drop a comment or call us in, tell us the reasons why you think it's better. I know, of course, my church, they always say there's room for courting for 6 months, but that courting does not include cohabiting. So let's be sincere here. Let's face the fact. Cohabiting, I don't think is healthy for relationship, because a man that is supposed to cherish you, the things you're supposed to be preventing him not to see, not to have full access to, and then they have full access to them. Like you said, that your friend said, my husband paid little money. What do you mean by little money? I don't understand. Is there something as okay? You cannot, in my place. You cannot come and pay bride price, 2 parts or 3 parts, split into 2 or 3. You have to pay in full.
So yeah, I feel the man did not even pay.
No, maybe it's introduction.
Yes.
When they do that, not really the bed. What is it a bed price or bride price? I don't know how it's called. But when people do that, then you're officially married traditionally.
Yeah.
You are married. You can stay with the person. You can cohabit. But when this introduction thing people do, and that is why a lot of parents are really becoming wiser. A lot of girls also. If a guy comes and say, let's just do introduction, later we do, don't fall into that kind of problem, because before you know, you start having kids, 1 2 3 4 5, and before you know, you're already there.
Yes.
You can't go forward, you can't go backward. You are one place.
Of wedding. We don't.
So I think the best thing to do in a situation like this is just, if a man that wants to marry you,
Just do everything.
they should do everything. So I feel like cohabiting. People also will say they are cohabiting because they want to get to know each other. They want to know whether you have trust issue. They want to know whether you have anger issues. Your patience with your man. They want to know whether or not you are interested in their families. A lot of people will tell you that if you could be pretending as you're coming, but
Yes.
the more you live with them, the more you get to see the side of the person. Because, for instance, I know some guys that will say before they will get married to a guy, they get to any girl, the girl will have to go and live with their parents.
Yes.
Do you get to, so that their parents will look at them with that, critical eyes, and know whether this one is wife material or not. Whether, and in such situation, I've seen one movie like that where the mother-in-law was just deliberately trying to provoke the lady. Go and cook this, after which I don't want to eat that. Go and cook this. I think these things like this is the reason why people actually cohabitate in relationship. They want to know each other. They want to know whether at the end of the day you have anger issues, you're clean. Yes, you're clean enough. Not all the time they get to see your makeups, you're wearing hair, you're all packaged. So when you live together, they get to see the true color of the person, and that is why a lot of people do it. And I feel also that a lot of people also wants to, they say, okay, they will have agreement. I knew somebody way back in school that had agreement that if the guy is my neighbor, he now brought in the babe, that if we are able to cohabit, like stay together for like the period while we're in school, that means we can live together forever, so we get married. So they actually had a deal and they were cool with it. And at the end of the day, this girl is a very beautiful girl. Meanwhile, the guy is not my match. People will hear that one, but the girl is just so beautiful. Even me as a babe, I see her and I'm always tripping.
Yeah.
I like, this girl, you're too beautiful. And you know that, funny enough, the girl will always like, I feel like the girl was the one more in love with the guy. And the girl is always getting toasters in school. And she will say, no, I'm in a serious relationship. Like, hey, did you even know what you're doing? She like, I know what I'm doing. I'm in a serious relationship. There was a day we were going to the bank from school, back in town. Me, this girl, and the guy. And you know, a guy stopped for us. The guy asked her to sit at the front. And the guy was saying, are they your younger ones? He was referring to me and the boyfriend. I'm like, okay, maybe I sat at.
Is she that big?
Yeah, she's big. Then she's tall, big, and the guy was just slim and smallish. You know, like, even then, a lot of guys kept coming. I mean, big guys, but because they had that agreement, and you know, the girl was naive also. Of course, it's not by body size now; it's by having sense. So, I think that she just said, okay, they lived, and after a while, something happened. And they actually broke up even before we graduated from school. And so you see, somebody would have successfully wasted your time, your everything on one guy or one babe, thinking that you will still separate.
Yes.
These are the issues.
Most times, even the cohabiting that leads to separation.
You see,
If you put in live
See,
together,
finish.
you can even at the end of the day get married. But when you start living together, you
see
understand?
finish. There's something they
Yes.
said, and as you finish, turn her good money
Honestly.
to her far. And then before you know,
As
good
even
money
one
will
leads to the
become half.
separation and the insult. You see people living together, they are fighting. You know, like relationship, they are fighting. You see the boy carry kid, they get that have not married. And at the end of the day, when you tell the girl sorry, she'll still come back and feel like she can actually cope with this. You understand? And after everything, even after all the derogatory, they will still separate. It's even the cohabiting that leads to more separation in the relationship. And I feel like if we have a relationship, like 100 people in a relationship, like 95, you understand, feel it is the best way or the best thing to do to cohabit with their partner. I mean, if you ask me, I think it's just this insecurity stuff. You feel like if you're in your house, maybe if you're in your house like 30 minutes.
Anyway, hold that thought. We'll be right back, Mary. Viewers, don't go anywhere. Stay with us, and I'll be back after the break.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856. The Nigerian Week.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170. For more inquiries, please call 0907 400 7816. Powered by SRTV London, the face of SRTV.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856. The Nigerian Week, celebrating the best.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170. For more inquiries, please call 0907 400 7816. Powered by SRTV London, the face of SRTV, who takes the crown.
If you just join us, this is Romance and Relationship, and of course, we've been discussing cohabitation in relationship. Now, what's your take when people live together, when they do things that are meant for the married people alone? Is this something you can do or something you cannot do? You can always be part of the show. Leave us a comment, of course, or call us on the number 0803 816 4179. So, Mary, you were saying something about people living together, and it is the cohabitation that eventually leads to separation.
Yes. Because I feel like there's a level of respect you get from a man. You understand? If maybe you're living on your own space or you're giving him a particular kind of space. Because I feel like you see this life, there are some things that you cannot control on your own. You feel like it is only when I'm with this guy that I can get into myself. You know, I can live with someone for like 10 years. I've seen people celebrate 10 years in a relationship without marriage, and even with a kid. You understand? It's not everybody you try to get with, I am pregnant. There are some men you tell them I'm pregnant. I don't really go.
And that would be the end.
Yeah, so I've seen people live together. You see these girls buying properties in the house because they are living together.
And I think when we talk about the dangers of what are the dangers of cohabiting, these are some of the issues. People have access to your properties without a proper will.
Yes.
Now, if you're married, you say, okay, this is a will to my wife or to my husband. But now you're dating somebody, you're cohabiting with the person, you live together, do everything. And before you know, they have full access to you, everything that has to do with you. And at that point, you cannot say no. After all, you're already doing the highest one, living together.
Yes.
So why can't you actually just cohabit together? So I really think that the dangers are also when you cannot say no to the person. Okay, this is my car, for instance. They will see that it's their car also.
Yes.
After all, you're living together now, so it's our car.
Without marriage.
Yes, without marriage. And then it's really difficult. And even at a point, people are no longer willing to continue with the relationship, but because they've invested so much,
yes,
they are not willing to back down either.
You are living with him, he's cheating on you. You know, he's not married to you. And the guy will proudly cheat on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You still don't want to leave. And at the end of the day, you will still leave. Because you cannot tell a guy, you understand, that doesn't want to marry you.
It's really a shame. And I think people, I know a lot of people do it, like we said, to get to know the person better, alternative to marriage or to temporary, maybe just to taste their dating. Yes. And then people do it because they want also to know the person truly. They want to know you more. But I'm thinking that if you must do that, it shouldn't be for a long time, right? We should be able to say, let's call it spade a spade. If you want to really cohabitate with somebody because you want to get to know each other, it shouldn't be more than a week. The person can always come and do weekends with you, and then go, and then come again another time. Okay, I have somebody now that is vying for divorce. And I asked, because the marriage is just barely like 2 years, I asked, how can you spend so much in marriage and then you wake up? And he told me that, and I said, he told me a lot of things about the lady, and I said the signs were there. Maybe you just ignored, and now you want to say you're walking away. He said no, these signs were not there. They only dated. They did not cohabit. That was the word he used.
Wow.
They did not get to know each other better before a child came in, and then they did not led to marriage. So my issue is, if you must, there are ways you can still get to know somebody better. Even if you're cohabiting with somebody and the person do not want you to know them, you still will not know their real
Yes, they
attitude.
hide.
They can hide
They
it.
pretend.
They can. I say women, especially women, they pretend a lot. Even for a year, they
Even
can
in
pretend.
marriage.
They can pretend. They can pretend. So I don't think that I'm saying, I'm not, viewers, don't get me wrong. You can, maybe that is what you want. It's working for you. It has worked for other
Yes.
people. But we're just saying that if you must do it, there should be a limit to everything. Like too much of everything is bad. Even marriage alone. Marriage is a long journey, right?
Yes.
There's a lifetime journey. So what's the rush, if you ask me? Because you wouldn't want to do things that are meant for couples alone. Then when you are not eventually married, these things, there is no longer fun.
Looks like
or
you're just living your life for this guy.
Yes.
Living your life for this girl.
I don't know why somebody will actually just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to live with a man. I'm going to be doing everything for him or with him. And while this person, probably your parents are not even aware that you are cohabiting, you are living with a man. Let's assume something happened when we don't pray for anything. How are you going to explain this thing? What are you going to say? So I just feel like people should, because of course it leads to, like you said, I know one of the disadvantage of cohabiting is that it leads to marital, what's it called, to domestic violence.
Yes.
When people just get into unnecessary scuffles, unnecessary fights, issues.
Before you know, this guy will even have your ATM pin because people are living together.
Of course, when you're living together, it practically means that you're already together. So that means you can do everything together. Do you get
And
to?
one thing I think it's easy. It's very easy for people cohabiting. It's very easy for the man, you understand, to feel comfortable beating the lady because you're living together. You know this one is a see finish. You understand? It's easy for this man to beat you and treat you anyhow. And when you just visit, that level of respect is there. You understand? Sometimes you might even be cohabiting with a man, and at the end of the day, he's telling people that you're his sister.
And the truth is that it makes I don't, a lot of people say cohabiting will make people more committed in relationship, but I don't think it actually. I think it brings a kind of like we always say, too much of everything is
It's
bad.
bad.
If somebody is married to you, you don't have a choice. You are faced with them for the rest of your life.
Yes.
But not in a way you're dating, because they might just get tired of you. There's one part of you they wouldn't like, and then they get tired of you, and the next thing they'll quickly look for an avenue to just
After I don't
discard you.
marry you.
And
We are
then they
not
would have
married.
used everything in and out of you, and then you move on again. So how many people are you willing to cohabit with? That's the end of that's the word we want to leave viewers with. If you say you are cohabiting with somebody, how many people are you willing? Okay, if the first one, let's just say, didn't work out well, what are you going to do? So I'm really appealing to especially the youth. I think that marriage is a beautiful thing. Don't get us wrong. Also, dating, it's very beautiful thing when those in love. Of course, love is a beautiful thing. But we are saying that if you must cohabit, you must do it with some kind of style. You must also know that this person is not, you are not fully for this person yet. You are not fully his or hers. So you should do it with some kind of dignity. You can't just go and pack your stuff and be living with a man or a girl, thinking that people are married. And at the end of the day, like she said, a lot of this cohabitation leads to separation. That is where you see issues, you see people. And you know that thing, especially the guys, their friends will now be coming to call you our wife.
And they
That
know.
Nigerian mentality, just to like be like I don't like it. I feel like if you have done it or it's working for you, then it's fine. But we're talking to people that are maybe planning to go into it. It's something you should do with some kind of dignity, especially as a woman. Now, there's a reason why they say women, there is a price tag on our heads
Yes.
when it comes to tradition. There is a reason why they will say you must come and pay a specific amount of money, do a traditional rites, or go to the church for a wedding or to the courts. There's a reason for these things. And then when you now boycott these things and you jump into one man's house or one woman's house just to feel like, oh, we are in love. I just want to tell you, viewers, I sometimes love is not usually enough. Sometimes love is not enough. People these days need more than love to be stable in relationship. I've seen a lot of guys say that they need more than just love for them to stay put in a relationship. Love is not enough, like what we always tell people. So we think that if you're doing it, do it with some kind of dignity.
With your senses, because at the end of the day, it looks like most of these people, they've lost their sense of reason. You understand? They feel like all these things that they're doing is a normal thing. Why I'm saying this is, you see a boy and a girl cohabiting, and everything, if you're dating somebody, some extent you need to hide or give this person some
kind of privacy.
Yes.
Some specific things should be private.
But now you feel there's nothing that needs to be private because people are living together, and even everything that has to do with your family, this guy already knows some secrets about your parents, some secrets about your siblings. He already knows the amount to your account. He already knows, and at the end of the day, what if he throw you out? Because you can actually live with. I know what I'm saying. At least I know someone that before we even entered the compound, then when I was in school, they were living together. I even thought they were married. It was when, at the end of the day, the guy started cheating. This girl is living in your house. You understand? But you're still bringing another girl to the house. And when she wants to complain,
you can't complain.
You tell her that
it's not your husband.
It's my house. And did I get married to you? And the thing is, there's a way she walk as if she has accident. I heard it's even because of that guy, because she actually suffered. You understand? So even for them to feed, the guy was not working initially. And I know at the end of the day, he happened to get a job. So she feel like, it's my time to enjoy. This guy will take care of me. He started cheating. He started going to club without the girl. And they're cohabiting.
He have left her behind.
You know that sometimes they wear uniform together. As couple. Yes, as couple. Before we left that compound, that guy already has another girlfriend. The girl is still in the house. She's crying. But it's like she was planning to leave. So my one is, so
where are you going to start from?
She's not a kid though. She's not longer a kid. She has taken
at that point you would have built on your, like, build your life.
Yes.
You would have had so many things for yourself, and then you're just like you're like a child learning how to walk again. And these are the issues we know. Like I'm saying, viewers, sometimes this thing could favor some people.
Yes,
of course it works out for them, but we're not saying that it is right. As an African woman, don't forget this is Nigeria, of course. I don't think that people should cohabit. That a lot of people do it when we talk about abroad, overseas. It's something that is very peculiar there.
It's normal for them.
It's normal. Maybe because of the environment, the weather, the cost of living. So people tend to come together, live together, and before you know, something will lead to another, and before you know, another will not lead to the final one. You understand? But what we're saying is that in Nigeria here, this environment we find ourselves, there is a reason why a man comes to your family with dignity, with his family, to do the needful. So don't give a man the right access to have you 100%, and at the end of the day, they're not serious in liability.
Yes.
Way back in school, also my caretaker, also that was what happened. He was living with a particular babe, and I know when the uncle comes around, my caretaker's uncle, the girl will not hide in our room, because the two families in their village where they came from are against each other, and now their children are here in school falling in love and out of love all the time. The lady comes to my own hostel to sleep. I'm like, how do you intend to cope up with this? Let's even start. Why are you living with a man? I don't understand why you're living with this man. And anytime this lady travels, another girl must come to the house.
Some people will tell you it's because they have accommodation issue. It's not even only the girl that goes to live with the man. Sometimes there's a man that will comfortably come and live in a girl's house because maybe they don't have money to rent his own apartment. And at the end of the day, when he finally gets a job, he will throw that lady aside. You understand? So that's just it. The thing is just two ways. The guy sometimes lives with the girl sometimes lives with the guy. And me, I just feel like these things are two people using themselves until they find that comfort they want, and they will leave you. Boom.
Anyway, I am of the opinion that if you ask me just before we go, I am of the opinion that people should not cohabit when they are not married.
For any reason.
It leads to separation, like you said, to domestic
Abuse,
violence,
yes.
abuse. Of course, it leads to when you
See finish.
that
Some
is
start
it.
insulting your family because you're living with him. You understand?
Now there is a limit to what your husband will do to you because they know they paid the rights, and of course you are their wife. So there's a limit to what they will do to you if you're living with them. But when they know that you're just a babe, they can easily just throw you out and
you know,
get
you're
another
not one
person.
because you're just a baby. You're not one, just like marriage. In
Yes.
marriage, we are one.
One.
Yes, that
But
one
this one we are
there.
two.
I can do anything.
Actually
just
pretending to be one. So at the end of the day, you see that they start having issues here and there, and before you know, wahala, otiboch. Please,
just-
Nigerians, let's be sincere with ourselves. As funny as this may sound, we really want the youth to take a clue from this. Some of these messages are very useful to you. You cannot just pack your bags as a guy, as a babe, and go and live with some of the opposite sex in the name of dating. If you want to know somebody more, there are ways you know people. You can go out often. You can do weekends, get away. You can always have time to see
Not
each
like
other,
permanently
but not like
together.
living together as though you guys are a couple. You are married. I think that married things should be left for married people alone.
Yeah.
Like I told the lady I gave lift the other day, like, auntie, me, I don't do that one. As you are seeing me now. Okay, this morning I was actually doing my laundry before I came to the office, and somebody called me. I was like, okay, what are you doing? Like, I'm doing my laundry. Like, do you wash clothes? I said, why not? I don't understand what kind of question is that. Like, no, like I thought somebody like you would just be going, you do only take your clothes to the laundry,
Wow.
you just pay and they just. And like, even if I have to take, not always and not all my clothes, there are some I can actually use my hands. And I'm a woman, I should go like, no, wow, me, I don't want you to wash. Oh, which kind of thing is that? That one no good. Just take them to the laundry. Don't disturb yourself. I'm like, who is going to pay? This our country. So it was like a big girl now I can pay. So we just laughed over it. And then he was telling me that. So I now asked him that, are you trying, because I had this a program in mind while I was talking, like, are you trying to say you don't advise ladies to do laundry, they don't wash? Like, no, I'm just that kind of guy that I don't want that. If I'm with a babe, they should take to the laundry, I'll pay for it. Or they should just leave some of these chores. It doesn't make sense. Just it's weekend, you've been working all week, you need time to rest. Now people with different mindsets.
Yes, different perception.
And then another core Nigerian boy will tell you, I saw a tweet the other day that said,
wash my own self.
I saw one message. Okay, my other phone is not here. I would have read it out. That said, I think coming from one of the popular doctors, they said, a lady that cannot cook and wash your clothes and mop and come and greet your family while dating, it will not be useful during marriage.
Okay.
I saw that tweet yesterday.
Like the one I saw today now. The person was like, if your woman or your wife is using washing machine to wash for you, you understand? That she's
doesn't
not
have respect for you.
Yes.
I saw that. That means
their
she's
hands.
very disrespectful.
Yes. Imagine
As
that's
a Nigeria, I don't know where it's coming from. As the association of the married people, chairman of the married people, I don't understand.
Honestly, we are living in the men's world. I don't know where they're taking this
Of
female
course,
gender. I don't know where they're
it's a
seeing us
man's
as-
world. That is what we're saying. So if we're living in the man's world, so the men should be honorable enough to do the right things. Go take a woman to her, come to the family and do the needful. I just feel like women should not bring yourself too low when it comes to this issue of relationship. Of course, like we said earlier on the show, that a lot of people try to get married, hook up here and there. It's fine, but what you're doing, it have some respect for yourself, for your family as well, because of course a guy that will come and see you as nothing, that means the guy also will see your family as nothing.
Yes.
So have respect, some dignities for yourself, and of course for your family. You cannot hop into a man's house and then think that the man will still love you the same, or the love will now become stronger. There are some things your wife. I have a friend. That was dating a guy. They were cool here. They were not cohabiting. Blah blah blah. The relationship was just so perfect, and they were just the envy of everybody. Like, oh, these people are perfect. And then they got to a point when the guy now said, okay, we're going to my parents' house to do holiday, and that holiday is supposed to be for like 3 weeks. She actually came back before the end of the holiday. That was the end of it. So sometimes living together is actually the problem. But I told her then that, do you know, I warned you against this. I told you that just tell them that you can only do one weekend because your parents, did not agree to it. But you said no, my husband to build it. She now went, then she now started pounding. Hey, that is something she has never done in her parents' house all her life. She couldn't complain. She could not complain. And then the guy says, now, then all the while they have, because I spoke to the guy, and all the while they've been dating, there was no such thing as sleeping together. They just sleep maybe once in a while. She'll come and pass the night. They will see movies for a long time before even sleeping. The next day she goes, well, this one they had the opportunity of sleeping together like every other night. And the guy now saw that, this girl can snuff for Africa, princess. I can't take it. I've never seen this part of her. So these are the issues. If they were married, the man will say, okay, it's my wife. Let's look for solution, or let's see how I can cope with this. But the fact that you guys are not married, you go pack your load. After Nigerian men, they had them. That is what we're saying. Give yourself some dignity. Don't forget also that cohabiting, like we said earlier on the show, brings about the finish, the violence, the abuse, and then they have total rights, access to everything that you own. It could
you
be money.
Depreciate in the person's eye. Honestly,
yes, that's the word.
You lose your value.
Yes. So you can see, like we said, also some of the tips are cohabit with the person with sense, with some dignity. You can do it. Maybe do weekend getaway. Just do weekends. Of course, when you visit person, we can stay for a day or two. Then we get to know each other, and then you go back to your base. And then also, you don't necessarily need to go and live with the person. Be doing like I told the auntie that day, auntie, I cannot be doing things married people do, because that's the man will tell you, I want to have you tonight. And whether or not you're in the mood, you will have to. And then because you're already there as a wife, you have to play the wifey duty. And so, but if you're living away, sometimes I used to advocate. Sometimes just stay away from your man. Sometimes yes, just be busy. Sometimes just do it, and once in a while you cannot go back on dates and those things, and it's fun. And these are the reason why the man wants, let me do the needful and have you for keeps.
To miss you. Honestly,
you cannot just be too available. When you're too available for people, you become nothing. Except of course you're married. We're not saying this for married people, we're saying that for people that are dating. So if you're dating somebody, there are rules to this dating, and some of them are like, don't be too available for these people. You have to be busy also. Don't forget, as you're building a relationship, you're also building yourself, you're building your life. So you cannot say typically that you're just living for somebody that you are not sure yet whether or not you're ending up
together.
Yes. So you cannot actually build totally with this person until you're sure that this person you're getting married.
Well, that is one of the excuses they always give you. Want to build our future together. Want to build ourselves together.
You cannot build exception marriage
towards achieving success.
It takes two to come together. So when the Bible says, even when you're married, you now become one. So wait till that time when you're married, and then you cannot start building together. Otherwise, when you're building together now as a single persons, what happens if eventually you become married or you end up not getting married at the end of it? So these are the issues why people create enmity between human beings, and tomorrow you see people that says okay, I have this way, my school, then I have this lady, my classmates. Of course, as a journalist, he MCs shows and events, and he was paid for this particular event to go and MC this event, and he said he was paid 50%. On the same day he went there and there was no event. And then what brought about the issue was because he is telling the person that you're going to give me the money in full. I don't care whether or not the event was cancelled, because I had to stop other shows I had for that day to be there. So you have to give me. And we asked what happened. He started playing those videos, and I say, no, women can do better. Do you know this guy has been living with this babe? They have been dating for I think they say 7 or 6 years. They have been cohabiting. And do you know that he was still living with the guy, with the babe? They were still living together, and he was getting married that Saturday. And he didn't tell this lady, and the lady somehow got to find out. And he now went there that day with a lot of talks, a lot of people. They destroyed the venue. They even destroyed part of the building.
Imagine.
They went to the church. The pastor ran away. They destroyed the
You know the
church
kind of sacrifices that guy has made in that
for
relationship for that
7
7
years.
years, with a whole lot of promises unfulfilled. So you can imagine.
That the girl was saying on the video that she'll be doing midnight prayer, she'll be praying for this man's sunset. Like, why can't you pray for yourself? It's the
You
same
are
thing.
living your life for the man now.
It's the same thing that like on the show yesterday with Daddy Chris, I said on Inside Nigeria, I said last night that these youths that are actually helping politicians to build carry ballot boxes, why can't you come out and vie for a position also? You're a human being. Must you come and be a task for somebody else? You can
Somebody
come
be
out
using you.
using you. You can be useful to yourself. So it's the same thing we're appealing, especially to the ladies here on the show today. And our basic message here today on this show is that if you must cohabit with a man that is not rightfully yours, that is the one. If it's rightfully, you don't even know, you can't vouch for anybody. Until even if when you're married, you cannot still vouch for anybody. So don't do it with some dignity. You cannot be living with people or somebody that is not your husband or your wife, and you expect everything to be smooth or you expect the love to be the same. No, wait to that place. If you must live with somebody, do it weekend getaway, like we said, meet each other often, but not living permanently with somebody that is not your husband or your wife. It is wrong and it is not right. It will lead to also people having kids left and right. And before you know, and the men will be comfortable. You started having kids, they have access to everything.
Why we
you
even push
own.
him to go and get married
So
to
why
you
will
again?
they get married to you? Because
He
they
already
already
is
have
out.
you. So there must something that must bring about the urge of I'm going to do your marriage. I really want us to
need
go
this
and
girl
do
to be
wedding.
here.
I want yes,
Let me go and marry her.
that
But this one you're available already.
Yes.
What will he do again? You already have kids for him, sir.
yes. So please, ladies, be sensible and have some dignities for yourselves and of course for your families. Mary, it's been so nice doing this with you this afternoon. We really do hope that some of these tips today, ladies also will learn from this and they want to give some kind of a pride. That is it. The women, your body is your pride. Please keep up with the pride. Don't come and bring yourself too low for any guy or for any babe and say, oh, we're in love. Love, like we said earlier, love is not always enough. There are more to relationships and to marriage. It's not basically love. If you really want to be with somebody, you know what to do. Do the
Yes.
needful and bring them in fully. There's nothing like he paid little money. There's no such not nothing as such as little money when it comes to tradition. We know that tradition will always demand. Introduction, you just formally you are coming to tell the girl family, I'm the one with her. I'll be coming with my family on a set date.
Yes.
Not coming to do it. And some people that will come and do introduction and not stay for 3 years. What is the meaning of that?
And you should know that the girl is living
Mary.
with him already.
I
You should know
don't
that
get
the girl
it.
is living with him
Introduction is meant to like pick a date for a marriage, not introduction to go back home
already. Have
and
you not seen
relax.
people that after introduction will pack their things to the man's house?
Yes, I'm seeing,
That
but
that is what leads
that
to
is
those things I'm
despicable.
saying. Yes. After
People-
introduction, oh, we are married. To them, they are married.
I think people should not. On a serious note, ladies, please learn from this. You shouldn't do that. Once you've done your introduction, fine. Still be with your parents. You can only go to your husband's house after the traditional rites, or the wedding, or the court wedding, which we know that is officially you are a married person. Please, so that we don't have these issues of baby mamas, baby daddies, and then
you used me for years.
yes, you used
All the
me,
sacrifices you
you
left
broke
me.
my heart, and then like we saw that day that my classmate was saying that the lady came with like this coastal bus of dogs and they destroyed the church and the venue, the cakes, the food were
Imagine
poured
how sad she
on the
was.
sand. At that point, she even refused to listen to anybody, that she was ready to die because this is painful and I could understand her pains. 7 wasted years of her life.
It's because she reacted. You know, there are some people that will not react.
Yes, they will just move on and be wailing,
Yes.
be crying. So to avoid things like this, let's be sensible, lady. If a man really wants to have hold of you, they know what to do. Allow them to have the urge and to go and do the needful. Go to your parents' house. They should go and meet your parents and do the rights, the full right, not half, not borrow, pay also. Or let me borrow you later, I will now bring you back. We don't want to. They should go and do the full rights and do what and have you in full. And then we know that these people are married. Mary, thank you so much for being part of the show today. We do this again next week.
Thank you.
Do have a lovely weekend. So, what are you going to be doing for the rest of the day?
I'm going to be making more research on how to be a good presenter.
Okay, that's a good one. Of course, we learn every day. Nobody is perfect.
Yes.
And no matter who you are, you cannot say everybody is teachable, and everybody you must at some point. We learn every day, and that is why you see professors, they go back to schools. You see our professors in school, they're still students. You see a lot of these reverend fathers, they're already doctors, but they're still going back to school to acquire one knowledge or the other. And so that's a very good one, Mary. For me, it has been a very stressful week. I'm going home to rest, to just chill out weekend. And before you know, the weekend is so short, and before you know, it's Monday again. And so, viewers, thank you so much for being part of the show. And just before we go, don't forget our Nigerian Week London is fast approaching. Be part of it. A lot of people are actually partnering with us already, a lot of ministries and agencies. So don't be left out. It's going to be very colorful. Of course, you know the Nigerian culture, the food, the music, the film, and of course the business opportunities. Don't forget, be part of it. And of course, the face of our SRTV, the registration is online as we talk. So just go there, register with a very little token, and of course, send in your page, your picture, and your location. And of course, that is all you need to do to be part of it. Who knows, you might just be the one wearing the crown to be part of it. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We do this again next week on the same station. Follow us on the social media handles, like our page, and of course, share our content also. And when you're out there, don't forget, be safe and stay at alert. See you again next week. Bye.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial product and services, and real estate. For huge extra opportunity in diaspora, look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856. The Nigerian Week.